Hello.
Yes, I can.
Nice to hear you again. How are you today?
I'm pretty good.
Okay, and can you please tell me what did you do today? What did you do today?
I went to school today and nothing bad happened.
Okay, very nice. And how was your weekend so far? Okay, I know that you used to go to visit your grandparents. So what did you do? Okay, on the weekend.
I think that's pretty good.
Because what did you do? Can you please
Uh,
tell me?
I think that I think that I don't know anything. Maybe that you can just stay at home and talk to my grandparents or do anything that I want. I'm not have many homework since I done all of that in. I keep awake until I think there's 12 a.m. to
Okay.
do all of the homework, so I can rest for the I think for the whole Saturday, and that's actually pretty good. I think that's
Okay.
worth the time spending.
Okay, very nice. Now let's see. And okay, and for the next weekend, what will you do on the next weekend?
I don't plan just yet.
Okay, okay, very nice. Now we will continue okay to do some interesting things. Okay, now I want to ask you, can you please tell me for the next period, okay, what are your activities? What is something that you will do for the next period of time? Okay, you mentioned that you finished almost every exam that you have. Okay, so what else will you
No,
do?
it just I
No?
think that I'm just finished one subject, and I got some more.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so well,
That is the midterm test. That is the midterm test. The thing you just said is the midterm test, but now I'm doing a preparation for the end term test. I
mhm,
have 4 tests a year.
okay. Now let's see. Okay, and after this, okay, what activities you have to do after this? Okay, so do you have some other activities that you need to finish?
I think that after this I can rest and enjoy the Lunar New Year.
Mhm. Okay, very nice. Now we will continue to do okay with certain interesting topics. Okay, so soon it will be you will have a Lunar New Year. Okay, I can say that this is something that is really important in your country. So can you please tell me what activities do you usually do on the Lunar New Year when you have a Lunar New Year? Okay, so what are some activities that you like to do, for example, with your family, or do you have some activities? I just want to compare when I was your age. We used to celebrate something, and I used to stay with my friends and enjoy with my friends. So can you please tell me what activities, for example, you like to do when you have a Lunar New Year?
I think that Lunar New Year is way far different from Tet holiday because
Mm-hmm,
Lunar New Year is just a celebration for
mm-hmm,
first of January. But Tet is also a kind of Lunar New Year, but I think that in a minus calendar that they have this set that 1 month earlier. So that's why that it celebrates just 1 month after than a Lunar New Year. So I think in Lunar New Year that we have nothing to do because it's just a normal holiday.
mm-hmm.
We don't have any celebration or big parties.
Okay, and do you have, for example, do you have a like a dinner? Like I know that it's in the first January, but what is in the February? This is ordinary, let's say ordinary New Year that people are celebrating here. Okay, but what do you think about your New Year? I think it is on 10th February next year. Is that right? Am I right?
What can you tenth of
February.
February?
Yes,
What?
is this what will you do on 10th February? This is a Lunar New Year, not a new year that we
10th of
people.
February. I think it's
Mhm,
the end of Tet holiday because I only got about 9 days of Tet.
mhm.
9 days.
Okay. Okay. And what do you do, for example, on this when you have these celebrations? What do you usually do?
From Tet holiday that I think I just said many times that I'm just doing something like receiving lucky monies from red envelopes. They eat the chun cake. And I watch firework display as a 12 a.m. And I also have like after that there is a traditional that you will have the first meal as a lucky. So you hope that the first meal is gonna bring lucky to you during the year. And there's also a tradition that is bring a bowl of salt, and throw them all over the garden.
Really?
Because yes, every family do that. Because they believe that doing that will throw all the bad things for the bad thing of the year and leave space for a new and better one. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Interesting. I didn't know. I didn't know about this. And what special food do you prepare? For example, what are some special food that you usually prepare for this meal? What is the special food that you
okay,
usually...
so there is a sticky rice. There are two main things: a sticky rice, the sticky rice, and a chicken.
Okay, sticky rice and chicken. Okay,
yeah.
Yes. And why this food is so special to prepare to eat or something? Why this food?
I don't know. That every year that my father, my parents prepare this meal, but I don't know why and what do it represent for. So I think that this question is still stuck in my brain until now.
Okay, and do you find some activities? Okay, you mentioned that you don't have any activities during this celebration. Is that right?
No, it only happens in the lunar year, but instead there are many things to do.
Like what?
I think that this is time for rest, and I think that a good time for family gather, since that you can like sit with the family and talk about New Year's plans or like predict or somehow. And actually, that's pretty fun and memorable.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I think that I understand what you want to say. Okay. Excellent. Now we have here interesting topic here that I want to talk. Okay, I will share just for 1 second, and we can speak a little bit. We have a Black Friday. Do you know what is a Black Friday?
Black Friday is like one of the day that the 13th. The day 13th, but that is February. But that is Friday. Friday the 13th. And it's actually Friday the 13th. And that day is super sale. I think that is called a super sale of the year. That is ton of people buy things that they do not need because they discount a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so Black Friday. Okay, your one part of your answer is correct, but one part is not correct. Okay, so what is the Black Friday? Black Friday is you have here, for example, not Friday the 13th. This is something that can happen that it's a bad luck on this day. But Black Friday is usually happens with, for example, by the end of the year or the beginning of the year, then everything it's on a discount. Every product, for example, you go to some store.
A lot of discounts.
Yes. So you have a lot of discounts. Okay, so you're buying some things that, for example, are you need, but discount is like a 30, 40, 50, 60%. So big discount. And people in my city, for example, a lot of people like to buy things on this day, because this day is like I mentioned to you, it's really special when you want to buy all of these things. Can you please tell me what is something that, for example, you would like to buy on a Black Friday? What is something that you would like, for example, if you have opportunity? What is something that you would like to buy on a Black Friday? Can you please tell me?
I think that in the Black Friday that I would like to buy, if there's discount enough money, I would like to buy a new computer.
New computer.
Or
Okay.
next one is also a keyboard itself. Since that the W in my computer that no longer been fixed. Since that it's been thrown out and it's completely broke. But my family don't have the opportunity to buy a new one, so I can just keep these and using my uncle's old computers as a I think that as a temporary. And the next thing that I want to buy is, I think that the only thing that I want to buy, and that is my dream, that is I can buy a whole new computer, or I can buy a keyboard itself, because that's my own dream.
Okay, so buying a new equipment. Okay, and how about let's figure out, how about the food? Is the food cheaper, for example, when you're having these activities? Is the food cheaper when you want to buy the food? Okay, for example, in some countries, when there is a Black Friday, you can buy some food. Okay, so how about in your country? Is the food cheaper, for example, on a Black Friday?
I think the food, I think that it's cheaper, but I think that people are affected by something more, so they don't care about food much.
Okay, and can you please tell me, this morning I used to speak, I just want to compare, my friend, I mentioned that one of my good friends, he's living in Da Nang, okay, and I just want to compare, for example, when we are speaking about food, okay, so we are speaking here about food, the food that is in your country, and I want to ask you about the price of the food in your country. So can you please tell me what is the price of the food in your country? For example, how much is 1 liter of milk? I just want to compare with my country.
Okay. So I think that coffee that I think that is cost about $1 USD.
1 USD. Wow.
Yeah.
1 liter of milk, 1 USD.
No, 1 liter of milk. Okay, so I will Google it. One. Okay, one milk is the price. Okay, I think that is kind of expensive. Okay, this. Wait, I need to use a converter. Use a converter. Okay. It's got about 1.33 USD.
Okay, so one point. Okay, and do you think 1.3 so something, okay, cheaper than, and a loaf of bread? Okay, when we compare, for example, 1 loaf of bread. Okay, can you please tell me the price of the bread? Okay, so when we are speaking about the bread, okay.
Okay, so I think that is. I think that it costs about $1.
Dollar.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I think that. Okay. This is something that can be reasonable. Okay. And yes. And do you have, for example? Okay. So we used to speak about Black Friday and Friday the 13th. Do you have? I'm not so familiar with your culture, and my students. I usually didn't speak about this topic with students in Vietnam. Do you have a number, for example, that is like a bad luck? We have number 13. 13 is considered as a bad luck. So do you have something like this in your country that is considered like a bad luck?
Yeah. Thing that is considered a bad luck. I think that the black color. So that's why they don't eat octopus in Tet holiday. Yeah.
But don't what? Don't?
Black. They don't like the black because others said many times that it represents the unlucky and the poor. So and you know that the weapon of an octopus is like a black ink.
No. No,
Okay.
I haven't.
I think that you haven't known. Okay, I will go up. But okay. Okay. Wait. I don't know, but they are. I think that they spray the you know about the octopus. Okay, do you know about the octopus? And when they be in danger, that they will spray out black ink to avoid the view of the fighters. Okay, so when they do that, that they can have time to escape. So people think that the black thing that is very bad, so they don't like eating octopus because I think that they relate in black.
Okay. And yes, and what animal? Do you have some animals that are considered as a bad luck? Okay, for example, we have in my country, when we see a skunk, okay, this is something that is quite fun. Okay, when we see a skunk, that means this is a bad luck for us. So how about in your country? Do you have some superstitions like this in your country? Something that is connected with this? Okay, when you see some animal that is like a dish, like a skunk, do you have animal that is considered as a bad luck in your country?
I think that there is two. One animal that is a dog. Yeah, because all the unlucky and all the bad things that they compare to the dog. Yeah.
To the dog? Why dog?
Yes. I don't know because that is like the speech of Vietnamese that it's like that. And all of the bad things, the poor and the dirty, that they all compared to the dog. Yeah. So very unlucky.
Okay, so this is.
There is. I think that there's a fight between two groups of people. And before this, I will give you an example. And you know much about the durian, the food durian. Yes. I will send you an image. Oh, you know about that?
No.
I will send you an image. Okay, so you know what this fruit is. Durian. Okay. Maybe that you know that what this fruit is. This is the most expensive fruit. It costs about $40 per kilogram.
Let me see.
Do you know about this fruit?
No, to be honest,
okay.
What is that?
Okay, so this is the edible fruit of several tree species, belong to the genus Durian. There are 13 recognized Durian species, at least 9 of which produce edible fruit. And I think the next thing is very expensive. And it's very expensive because it grows a lot of durian, but 70% of them be thrown up because it's not have enough quality. And next one is this thing took 6 years to harvest. So it's very expensive, of $40 per kilogram.
$40 per kilogram.
$40 per kilogram. And you know that this is the fruit that's a mystery. This is a mystery that exists for like 300 years, and the scientists don't know how to explain it. Okay, so the problem is there are two kind of people. That's like a massive difference with each other. The first group thinks that is very good, it's very delicious. But the other one thinks that, oh my God, it's very disgusting. It tastes like rubbish. There are two kinds of people like that. So they don't know. I think that they don't know they can't explain that why do people divide it into two separately facts like that. Yeah, this is the mystery that exists for about a very long time, and they don't know how to fix that properly.
Okay, and this is something that is really strange, because you mentioned that this is very expensive. Okay, and what other food? Okay, so is expensive in your country, and a lot of people want to, for example, like we have here, like caviar. In my country is also expensive, or some other fruit that is not in our country, like oranges, like mandarins, like okay, so this food is really expensive, okay, in our country. So how about in your country? Can you please tell me what other food? Okay, usually I mention fruit, but is there any kind of food that is expensive, that is from your country, but not that is not fruit? You can say certain meat, vegetables, etc., etc. Do you have something like this that is expensive in your country, but it's not fruit?
Very expensive in my country. Okay, so I think that I Google expensive in Vietnam. Okay. Okay. So there is a type of chicken. Is famous of its tasty meat and giant legs. I think this. I don't know how to say this. I would. Okay. Okay. So this is the description about this kind of chicken.
Better known dragon chicken are native to jungle.
Yeah.
Special species.
And the price can reach up to like I don't know what the price is, about $1 million Vietnam per kilogram. And if I convert, use a converter.
Like $40, $50, something like this.
Okay, so it costs about $41.2 per kilogram, and an average chicken that weighs about 4 kilograms, so about $160 per chicken. And you can see that wider spreads breed so hard. How to breed.
Okay, and if I understood correctly, this is expensive because it's pretty much rare. Is that right?
It's pretty rare. It is only in Quito district, and you see that breeding is very rare because they're very sensitive to others' change, and they lay fewer eggs. Yeah.
And yes, okay. And I just want to ask you, okay, so they live, and did you ever, this is interesting topic, did you ever try, have a chance to try this chicken?
No, it's very expensive, and no, I think that they are very few places that try to sell this because it's very expensive. And there is like a story about this chicken can only be eaten, used to be eaten by kings and queens. Yeah, this is like this is famous food in for king and queens because yeah, they're very expensive. And they're pretty good. And there's very, I think that's very fat egg, a very fat legs. So it will be really like satisfying thing to eat.
Okay. Okay, very nice. Okay, and can you please, yes, and what other food, okay, people treat, okay, to treat as a kings? Okay, so what other food?
Other food. Okay, so this. Let me find. I think that's the only one I know, but I don't know anything more.
Okay. Now, and what food, for example, is also really expensive? What is also can be really expensive?
I don't know. I don't know exactly, but I only know that durian is very expensive. But I don't know much because this I think is the only expensive fruits, and no fruits can compare it, and it's called king of the fruits.
Okay. Now let's see. And what do you have something that you never tried so far, and you want to try it, but I want to ask you opposite from other countries.
For other countries, and do you know about the four gas that produces duck and geese? I said in the previous class that I haven't tried that out. Although you can look back at the chat that I said your web of duck and geese are tortured to produce foreign gas.
Yes. You mentioned.
Yes, this tastes very good, and I have tasted that a little bit for once, and it's actually that pretty good, and I think that's worth the money you're spending it. But other than that, I think that I don't recommend that eating it. Very expensive. Next one is very less. And next one is you can reduce a small chance of reduce the torture of duck and geese.
Okay. Now, yes, I understand. Okay, this is something that can be really stressful. Okay, for this, and I don't know if I can eat meat of stressful animal. Okay. No. Yes. Wow. Okay. So, and we have here. Okay, Black Friday. I just want to come back on this topic. Okay, do you have promotions, for example, in your city on Black Friday?
Yes. And now I know exactly why that they buy things that they don't actually need. And because of I think that the psychologists that are referred to as the FOMO effect, fear of missing out. That is the effect where you buy things you no longer need because you fear that if you go on the next day or next few hours, it's very late and you don't have any chance. And that's what exactly the Starbucks do. The Starbucks that is, do you know about the Starbucks?
Yes, of course.
Yes,
Sometimes, to be honest, sometimes I like to drink coffee in Starbucks. But yes, to be honest,
And do you realize that the Starbucks actually that creates a limited edition, some drinks that are unique and only sold in just a couple of days. And doing that it causes the FOMO effect to everyone. So everyone would buy, and then we have a huge profit because of the FOMO. And they just keep, even though that everyone only buy one, because if the taste not good, that they will just going out. But you know that there are many people that like Starbucks, so they will just drink more, and Starbucks will get more profit. And I think that the same happens to the Black Friday. People buy a lot, so everyone being affected by the FOMO. And so they will buy things that they don't need because this is the only chance, and we don't know what the next Black Friday is. So we just buy, even though we don't need it, because we have a very big deal.
Okay, and why do you think this is happening? Why?
Okay, so I think that the FOMO is fear of missing out. So I will read a paragraph about these. Okay, so Wait. I think that I will read the paragraph about the thermal syndrome. That is, the physiological syndrome is understood as a fear of missing out on an interesting things in life than other experience. That's what I said. The studies that have been conducted describing people with FOMO shows anxiety that others around you may be experiencing greater happiness, joy, or enjoyment than yourself. This anxiety will make you always want to update the activities of your friends and others. So you can see what they are up to. According to Dr. Dan Herman from Israel, marketing expert identified the effect of FOMO syndrome as early as 1996 when he conducted a study through a number of claims and obtained the results that effective FOMO syndrome can be one of the reasons why customers are not loyal to any brand. When there is a fear of missing out, customers are constantly buying new products from new brands so as not to miss any interesting trends. Yeah, that's exactly what they have to say.
Okay, so this is, I can see this is something that is interesting. Okay, and what other, for example, I ask you about the food. Do you have some special drinks that you like, for example? Do you have some special drinks about that is connected with that you have, for example, in my country we have some special drinks that we use we are having on when we want to, for example, when we want to celebrate. Okay, so we have some special drinks. Eggnog. Okay, for example, this is a drink with, that is related with egg. Okay, we believe in something. Okay, when I was younger, okay, so there we have here when we want to speak about for example, older, when I was a boy like you, my parents used to drink red wine. Do you have something like this that is connected or related in your country? That on a Tet holiday, on some other holidays like Lunar New Year, New Year, do you have some special drinks that your family are having on this special day?
Okay. In a special day. I think. I don't have any information about these. Maybe that is considered in the internet for more. I don't know what that is.
But for example, in you with your family, when you have a special day with your family, okay, so when you have a celebration with your family, so do you have something special to drink? Okay, so like I mentioned, in my family we have eggnog, we have here certain things that we are having on this particular holiday. So we are drinking, for example, we used to drink apple juice, for example, on Easter. I don't know why, but I'm just asking you, do you have something like this in your country? Did you have, okay, you mentioned special food, but do you have some special drinks, for example, in your country? So do you have something like this?
Okay, so special drink. Maybe that I can have some special drinks. Let me find some special drinks. Okay, and I think that's one of the most famous things that is, of course, that the sugarcane juice.
What is that? I never heard about this.
Yeah. Do you know about the sugarcane?
Yes, of course.
And then they you know how they make apple juice? And they make apple juice. Do you know how they make apple juice? That is, I think that is scrap the apple. Right? And the sugarcane juice is the same. They just, I think that they just go through the machine That's real like wow. I don't know what is this thing. Okay, so there is a machine that squeezes the sugarcane and produces water, and that tastes pretty good, in my opinion.
Okay, and okay, and older people like your parents, what do they like to drink? Do you know something that, for example, I want to be more familiar with customs and everything in your country. Do you have your parents? Okay, so like I mentioned, when I was young, my parents they like to drink red wine. So how about your parents?
I think that my parents like drink wines when they having a guest going to the house. Yeah, I think that the only circumstances they drink wine. Other than that, I don't really drink it.
Okay, and what would you do, for example? What other activities? Okay, so we used to speak about some activities. Do you have? When I was young, we used to have, for example, we were playing with other children outside and watch fireworks. Is this anything like this related in your country? Do you have something like this that is related in your country? Activities like this that are related in your country?
I think that watching firework display in the I think that in the field is actually very related to everyone's childhood, and me too.
And what is something that, for example, what other activities you would like to try that you never tried? Okay, so there are certain activities like, so what other activities?
I think that activity is surfing.
Okay, why did you choose this activity?
I haven't surfed before, and I think that it's very like tough and challenging, and that's good for me.
Okay, it is different. Okay, completely different. Okay, and yes, okay, and why this activity? Well, you would like to try. Why this activity is special for you?
I think that this is special for me because first it's very risky and it's very tough and challenging. And I think that I will go in there in the next summer if I have an opportunity, because that will be very cool and it can relax after a whole years of studying. They're very relaxed.
Okay, so this is one of the activities. Okay, and what do you think about Halloween? Okay, so what is your opinion about Halloween? Can you please tell me? What do you think? Did you ever?
That's pretty spooky. A spooky festival, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the pumpkins. Yeah, pumpkins, and do you know about the trick or treat?
Trick or treat, yes.
Yes. So I think that these are the things that kind of resembles Halloween. And I haven't tried that before, but I have yet learned. Correct me if I'm wrong. That they go to another house and knock the door, and when an adult that open the door, that the kids will say trick or treat, and then they will give the kids some candies or even money if they have. Do I correct?
Okay, so this is also something that is quite interesting and quite special for you. Okay, and can you please tell me what else can be really special for you when you want to, for example, what other activities, okay, are, for example, you have in your country and you think can be really interesting in some other countries? So what activities, for example, are interesting in your country?
Activities that are interesting in my country, that is property.
What is that?
Hopscotch. I think that some countries have played hopscotch, but I think that will be very interesting.
Okay. Okay, and why this is something that can be really interesting. Okay.
I don't know how to buy hopscotch. I just know it name. So yeah, I will probably learn about this later.
Okay. Okay, so this is also something that can be interesting. Okay, and do you have any customs in your country? Customs is something that only you can do in your country. Okay, so do you have any customs from your country? It's something that you're doing only in your country.
Interesting in my country is okay. So I think that I will Google it and see some very interesting facts in about Vietnam. Okay.
Some activities, for example.
Vietnamese. When people try to learn Vietnamese, they see that it's very complicated because of one thing: the tone. There are 6 different tones that exist. Yeah, 6 different tones exist, and out of that, I will say that the first is the level tone that not embraced anywhere. Next is the hanging tone, a grave accent over a vowel. Next is sharp tone, an acute accent over a vowel. Next is the asking tone, a hook-like symbol over a vowel. Toppling tone, a thud over a vowel. And the heavy tone, a point below the vowel.
Oh, okay. Can you
it's
give
very
me?
Complicated. Yeah. Very complicated. So, okay. Next is facts. I think the next thing is the Vietnam street food are defined in Oxford Dictionary. This is, I think, that the proudest thing that Vietnam can do. Vietnamese cuisine is characterized by endless variety and extraordinary flavors. Do you know the bánh mì?
No. What is
bread?
that?
This is the bread. But in 2011, that the bread in Vietnamese is called an international word and be added in the Oxford Dictionary. Okay, so now bánh mì is or bread is an international food, international word, and you don't need to find any English words to represent it. So I think that the bread is being forgotten. And yeah, and also to remember the pho, that the broth, I think that the thing like noodles, like they use it with broth and some beef. Yeah, and the 2 Vietnamese words that go directly into Oxford Dictionary instead of being translated to English. Okay, the former is the signature sandwich, that which getting more and more popular with people around the world. Generally speaking, is a loaf of bread with the filling of the 3 main components: meat or roast pork, barbecue or grilled pork, vegetables, cucumber slices, cooked carrot and coleslaw, and sauce, chili, tomato or soy sauce. The latter is rice noodles soup served with a variety of raw or cooked beef tendon or beef meatball, bean sprout and herbs. Pho is eaten at any time of the day, but especially for breakfast. Yes, it's very proud that it exists in the Oxford Dictionary. Wow, I think that is, yeah. Next thing is a bamboo stick. This is an interesting cultural feature of floating markets in water in Vietnam. Floating markets. Do you know that's funny and interesting?
No. What is funny and interesting?
Floating markets in the river. Okay. I was in the image about this, so you see that it's very interesting. Floating market in Vietnam. Wow. Okay. I think that this is the image. You can see there is a lot of boats. There is lots of boats. Yeah, there are a lot of boats with a lot of people and lots of grocery things that they can sort. Yes, this is one of the most famous tourism in Vietnam. So when visiting floating market in Vietnam, tourists will have a chance to see bamboo stick used for displaying local product on sale. Products which are hung on sale on these sticks are mainly vegetables and fruit. You will see boats fully loaded with pineapples, mangoes, mangosteens, durians, bananas, longan, watermelon, jackfruit, and many more. You can also see jams, taro, carrots, sweet potatoes, tomatoes, cabbage, sugarcane, and even flowers. This is colorful and amazing. So there are also different vegetables for salad, coffee, tea, and coconut juice. They are never put onto sticks because they are too heavy. But sometimes you will see bamboo sticks with coconut leaves attract. Well, you probably never guess what it means. In Vietnam, the coconut leaf represents a roof of a house, and when you see it attract to a bamboo stick, it means the boat where this stick is placed is for sale. Finally, sometimes you will see bamboo stick covered with clothes. No, they're not for sale. This just means that the boat owners probably don't have room to dry the clothes anywhere else, and that is very interesting, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Next thing is fun fact about the motorbikes.
Why motorbikes?
Okay. Motorbikes, yeah. Bikes. On the first arrival in mega cities like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh, the first amazing fact that you most likely notice is that motorbikes are everywhere. We really mean it. While the population of Vietnam is about 99 million, but to more exact, I will Google it. Okay, I think that I have a chance to reach 100 million. Okay. The Vietnam population now is 100,007,095. Have just passed 100 million. And but it is estimated that there are 45 million registered motorbikes in 2016. This means there are about a motorbike for every other person. Vietnam remains one of the world's largest motorbike markets. On the other hand, roughly 2 million cars are used on the country. The car is considered a luxury property of wealthy people because car tax in Vietnam is about 200 to 300%. So if you buy a motorbike, that is cost about buy a motorbike that is cost about $1,648. But you have to pay like 30%, 300% of it. So it raised up to 1,800. It raised to about $3,000. Yeah, because Vietnam is trying to avoid the things that are no needed, like luxury cars.
Okay, and why they want to avoid these luxury cars? I understand this is something that can be so people want to avoid, and why do they want to avoid luxury cars? What is the reason?
Because they want to pay attention to some good things, good for people's life, like some grocery or some things that are for the education, books and pens, crayons, and everything else that are good for people's life. And they try to avoid things that are very, very luxury, don't actually really need, like diamonds or gold. Gold is, I think, about 170% taxes. Diamond or gold, or diamond and gold and something else. Luxury cars like Mercedes or Rolls Royce. Yeah.
Okay. So they want to avoid all of these things. And for example, I learned. Many students spoke about motorbikes. Okay, and what do you think I just want to ask you, what do you think about pollution? Okay, so you have a lot of motorbikes, let's say in your country, in your city. So and there is a big pollution. So how people can avoid this big pollution if you have a lot of motorbikes there? So how people can avoid the pollution in your city?
Avoid pollution? I don't know.
Okay, so probably a lot of motorbikes making this pollution. So what is one of the solution, for example, that people can have in your city if you have a lot of motorbikes? So what is one of the solution that people can do to avoid, not to have this solution? Do you have, for example, trees? Do you have, let's say, on TV, for example, that people are walking to their jobs, to their schools, or taking a bike? Maybe they can take a bike. Do you think this is one of the solutions in your city?
Bikes, I think that bikes are not very popular. Because now with the AI intelligence, that now not in Vietnam but in America, they invented a non-driver car. Yeah, because the AI is now like they're increasing fast. Yeah.
Yes, because everywhere. Okay, I cannot compare. For example, you can Google it about my city where I live. Okay, it's like this. Okay, I just want to show you. Okay, so my city where I live, it's this. You can Google this. You can find this. Oh, sorry, not this. Sorry, not like this. I will make a little correction. Okay, like this. Okay, I live in the city. It's like this. Okay, and this city is quite big. It is big. Around 500,000 people live in. Okay, this is the second biggest. Like this. This is population in city where I live. Population in our city. So it's not so big. It's not so. It's okay. This is the second biggest city in my country. Okay, so practically when I want to go somewhere, sometimes I use public transportation like bus. But if I'm in a hurry, I use bus or taxi. But if I have time, I only need, for example, 45 to 50 minutes if I want to walk from one part of the city to another part of the city.
Yeah.
Nothing special. So from my side, this is. I'm trying to walk as much as I can. Okay, of course, in the winter I cannot walk because it's really cold. Yesterday it was like this. Temperature in my city was like this.
-4. Do you have any snow?
No, we didn't have a snow, but it was freezing. It was really cold. We didn't have a snow. It was a funny thing. There were no clouds, but it was really cold.
Yeah. No cloud. I think
clouds.
that cloud is from the water. That is evaporates and consists of a cloud. But when the freeze, that water can't evaporate anymore, that it don't have any rain. It's normal.
Yes.
So I think that's the reason why there is not much rain in winter, and there are loads of rain in summer because of that. The water can't evaporate.
Exactly, and it was quite let's say quite freezing, but this is the only time in the year, once or 1 or 2 months, I'm taking a bus if I need to go somewhere. But usually I take a walk. My wife usually she's going with the cars. Okay, so yes, this is something that we usually are doing. How we have a transport. Okay, we don't have let's say we don't have this like motorbikes or something. They're not so common. They're not so common in our country. Okay, so we are using only this that I mentioned to you. Okay, and we don't have a lot of motorbikes. So. Now, and I want to ask you, how often do you like to use? Did you ever use a motorbike?
No, because the minimum age that the people can drive a motorbike in Vietnam is 16.
Okay, and 16. Okay, so
Yeah.
and when you grow up, do you want to learn to ride a motorbike?
Yeah. And that makes my life a lot easier.
Okay, now let's see. And yes, and for example, in Australia, okay, when you compare Australia, what vehicles do they use?
Australia, I think that there are many cars, but motorbikes don't exist. There are so less motorbikes. Cars are the only car is very good because I think that they don't as more expensive at the as motorbikes, and they have more. I think that's more use. So people prefer cars more because they're not very expensive and they're very good.
Okay, very nice. Now let's see. And which vehicle is interesting for you? What other vehicles can be really interesting for you? Okay, so we mentioned some vehicles here. So what other vehicles is interesting for you?
Is interesting for me. I don't know.
How about what do you think? What do you think about driving an airplane? What do you think about this?
Airplane, yeah, I really like doing airplane, but not overnight. This is called like a red eye flight that people can't even sleep, and in the morning that the eyes becomes red, so that it's called a red eye flight.
Okay. Now that was nice. Okay, so we can say that we finished our class. That was really, really nice. Every time our class time flies when we have a class. Okay,
Yeah.
I really enjoy. We spoke about, you told me something that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for this class, and see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.